Now it's time to put the whole quilt together. And this is the kind of complicated, confusing part that I had a little trouble with. So I want to show you up close and show you how to do it so you won't make all the same mistakes I did. So basically, in the directions you get this really well done directions, schematic of the pieces that go together. And so you will have cut up your A, B, and C. The A strips cut up into this pile, and then you would have a separate pile for your B and your C. I don't have enough tables. I live in a one-bedroom or two-bedroom apartment. It's small. So anyway, I have my A's laid out. I have everything else laid out that I needed. And so now I'm going to lay out row 1. And so row 1, it says takes a K. This is a K, and oh, there's a good reason why I have the bump in it, so I know which side is the right side. So K lays out first, and then it says to take an A, and here it says to use the 2.5 size. So this strip that we're doing first is the 2.5, and so I'm taking a 2.5 inch A, and then I'm looking at it really closely in the picture, and that was hard to tell which way it goes, this way or this way. It goes, the big fat end goes towards the center. This is the center. So those two pieces go like that. And then it takes piece D. So this was just one of the squares. That was a D. That goes in the center. And it takes another A 2.5 that goes the other way. So the fat piece goes towards the center. And then the K. And the next strip row is L. So it says L, and then it uses the 3-inch pieces. So this is piece L, which is a 3-inch piece of the blue branches with the right side up. And then I'm going to A. I want an A 3-inch piece. And again, this fat blue piece goes towards the center. And you do that on the other end, K, or L, and the A 2.5 inch 3-inch piece that goes with the fat piece towards the center. And then in the middle, you take a B piece. So this was the 3-inch B piece of the strips that we sewed together. And that goes here. And you remove, it tells you in the directions, to take off this little blue branches. So you get out your, because it wouldn't be a Bargello unless you were removing something, right? So you take out your little handy seam ripper, and you get it in between the two of those. And, you know, on TV everybody can rip a seam. I never make mistakes, so I don't rip seams. That's not true. So anyway, so you take this out and you throw it away so you don't get confused. So now that goes back, and then you have this other piece, E. This is piece E, and that goes here. So now I have it laid out how I want. And actually, you should just do one at a time. I'm just doing two to show you the differences. And you lay it all out. You lay out one at a time. Get it right. And so you can see what's right. We're going to show you a close-up. This is the beginning. So this is strip 1. And this is the center of strip 1. And then this is strip 2. And this is the center of strip 2. And those two pieces come off in the same way. But we'll do a close-up of this so that you can see exactly what goes where in the center, and then you'll figure out the rest from the outside, because it was too hard to tell from the little picture. So the other thing that I kept doing wrong is I had it laid out, but then I would pick it up to sew, and I would turn this around, or I would turn this around, and I'd sew them all wrong. So I really recommend that before you sew it all together, you pin it together. And just pin which ends, like not exactly pin, but just pin which goes to which. So this goes like this. And then this piece goes to here. So anyway, just everything we pin together, match up the edges, 1/4 inch seam. I'll use a 2.0 stitch, whatever that means, on my sewing machine. And I'm just going to work right down the length of this strip and sew it all together. So now it's all sewed together. And it kind of matters which way it goes, I think. Maybe, I don't remember. But the next thing I want to do is press those seams open. So everywhere I sewed, I'm going to just separate out. The way I press seams open is I use a dry iron to press them open so I don't burn my finger. And then I go back from the top and use a steam iron to set it if necessary. So that is strip number 2. So that's going to end up in the quilt right there, strip number 2. So that's that one. I'm going to sew the other one together and I'll be right back.